A good late afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Sage here. You're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney. So let's get on with the last show of the day, the last trade, wherein we'll discover all the latest market action from the local bourse and beyond. A fresh week begins as markets reopen after pausing over the weekend, reacting to the fighting in the Ukraine amidst the brand new sanctions imposed on Russia. The escalating conflict is remarkably making one wonder as to how it will affect the outlook for global growth. The hostilities seem to be threatening to fuel inflation by endangering flows of key resources like wheat, natural gas, oil and metals. And coming to the local bourses, most companies have handed in their reports for the earnings season in February 2022. However, the pessimism of the ongoing Ukraine crisis cannot hide the possible dwindling health of Australia's corporate sector. And today the ASX 200 closed up, gaining 51.30 points or 0.73%. Over the last 5 days, the index has lost 2.55% and 5.63% over the last 52 weeks. On the sectoral front, 6 of 11 sectors ended higher. Materials was the best performing sector, gaining 2.86% and rebounding from its recent decline. This sector is off 2.02% for the past 5 days. Let's look at the top gainers and losers of the day. And the best performer today was Clinuvel Pharmaceuticals, up 8.5%. It was followed by Blackmores and Lynas Rare Earths. Other top performers of the day were BlueScope Steel and Appen, both up over 5%. On the other hand, in the red zone of the ASX 200, Life 360 was the biggest laggard. Its stock down over 9%. Other stocks in this zone were Tyro Payments, Credit Corp Group, Sandfire Resources and Domino's Pizza Enterprises. Let's now take a look at the few stocks that interested the investors today. Reproductive technology and IVF healthcare company Virtus Health shares traded up by over 2% today after BGH Capital improved its bid for the company. The former improved its takeover offer to $7.65 Australian a share, less any dividends declared by Virtus. It had previously offered $7.10 Australian a share. BGH Capital aims to fund the acquisition via a combination of equity and debt financing. Coming to a result, IT hardware and software distributor Dicker Data's net profit rose 28.6% to reach $73.6 million as sales climbed 24.2% to $2.48 billion for the calendar year 2021. Dividends climbed to 42 cents on earnings per share, up 25.6% to 42.6 cents. Shares traded in the green zone today. An acquisition caught the market eye today. Fintech company Zip revealed that it will raise capital and convene a shareholder vote to buy junior buy now pay later firm Sezzle in an all-share deal. Currently, Zip shares are in a trading halt pending the raising. And for the half year ending 31st December 2021, group revenue was a record $302.2 million Australian dollars as revenue margins remained strong at 6.7%, with the company's unique revenue model continuing to outperform the peer set. And now that we know what the stance is back home, let's move on to the Asian and global markets. Asian stock markets reacted to fresh sanctions on a select Russian banking system after Ukraine's invasion. President Vladimir Putin's decision to put his nuclear forces on a higher alert in reaction to the latest stiff measures also weighed on the sentiment. Hong Kong stocks started slightly higher after a strong lead from Wall Street, though traders remain on edge and the Hang Seng fell 0.9% as the day progressed. The Shanghai Composite Index was marginally lower, dipping 1.09 points. Tokyo stocks opened lower, with the benchmark Nikkei 225 index down 0.54%. Indian equity benchmarks started the week on a negative note as well. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan was down 0.4%. On Friday night, the S&P 500 rose 95.95 points. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 834.92 points and the Nasdaq Composite gained 221.04 points. Today, however, S&P 500 futures have been down, suggesting a gap down opening ahead on Wall Street. And thank you for your company for that report. But that's a wrap, folks. Hope you found the market closing commentary informative. We'll be back tomorrow live from Sydney as close as possible to 9:30 in the morning with the first report on the pre-market scenario, along with the important updates from the global markets to prepare you for your day of trading. Take care, stay safe. That's all for now. Sage signing off.